Right everyone, welcome back. Quick video on new edge unit. Now normally you see me not ride with edge unit because Garmin 1000 died. I've just been using Garmin watch. It measures power, heart rate and pretty good sense of direction, you know what I mean? Never really get lost, so don't really need navigation. So I don't want to go and spend like 400 quid on new Garmin 1030 or whatever it is just to get some crappy Tamagotchi style maps. So sometimes, you know, out on mountain bike, bashing sort of bridle ways, you know, footpath, not allowed to ride footpaths, but we do. And sometimes, you know, especially when it's foggy like that, you just need to know where you are, especially I don't really know this area that well. So got new edge unit, iGPSPORT 630, and best thing about this, it's mega cheap. So if you do need the navigation and the sort of like link into your phone to send routes to it, because I sent this GPX to edge unit this morning, download it off Strava, sent it to edge unit this morning via app, which is on smartphone, iGPSPORT Android app, and now I know where I'm going. So, but you know, it's mega cold. It's -2.5 today, so lithium-ion batteries, especially when they're exposed to wind with that much insulation simulation, can get a bit cold. The battery can die quite quick. But I've been riding this for a couple of hours and it's only gone down 10%, so pretty damn good. And comes with normal Garmin style mount. Well, the bayonet fitting on bottom. But this is my own mount because it don't come without front mount. It come with a little band-on rubber Johnny zip tie O-ring mount for stem. I don't really like them. I like to look like Pro XC wanker without front mount. So yeah, 630. Check out their website, but get it off Amazon. Like next day shipping in it. So Amazon Prime. Everyone's got Amazon Prime. It's nice little Lexi loop today. -3. It's a lot of icy runs on ground. Absolutely lethal. So I might have to walk them bits because some streams where streams go down path, it's just ice run. You've probably seen it already on Insta360 attached to my forehead like a fucking knobhead. But anyway, catch you next one, lads. Right, only really annoying thing with it is when you stop to have a look at map, your pointer starts to spin. You don't remember your last sort of moving heading, so you have to sort of think which way up you're facing, which is a little bit annoying. Look at this fucking nutter. Right, on a more serious note, a bit more about the head unit. I've been riding it for about 2 weeks solid now, pretty much every day, and it's been really cold. It's -6 today when I left, and I think it's got a bit cooler. As you can see, my water bottle is flowing uphill. It's just a block of ice, and I was worried about the kind of battery life of these devices because they're kind of not very well insulated, and the battery is quite a big part of the casing. They just don't perform well in really, really cold temperatures. But I left this morning with it on 73%. I've been riding for 45 minutes. I don't know if you can see that, but it's only on 71%. Now, I've got the display at the full brightness, but I don't have any sensors paired, no power or no heart rate paired at the moment. So purely maps and GPS logging, but I think that's pretty good compared to my old Garmin. I mean, my old Garmin is not much of a benchmark, but there we go. I think for the price, it's just pretty good. The auto stop function, I've heard there were bugs about that. I've not had any problems with that. It stops and starts absolutely fine. When it goes to sleep, there's a little accelerometer in there as well, and as soon as you move the handlebars, the unit comes back to life. And yeah, the auto go and pause function work really good, and it'll still count meters of elevation when you're walking really slowly. Now I've found that with some head units, when you're moving really slowly, even though they're not auto paused, they stop counting elevation. Whereas this, it does. You can you know, hike a bike and walk and stuff, and it still count elevation as it should. Right, having used this for about a month now, I'm pretty happy with it. There's not much that I can complain about this head unit, and the most impressive thing for me is the battery life. Now, like I said, my benchmark was pretty low coming from a really old Garmin 1000, but 35 hours is the claim for this, and I can well believe it. I just don't need to charge it. It's incredible. And I'm quickly going to show you the app because the customization of the data screens is pretty good. I mean, this is similar to the Garmin app, but yeah, I mean, everything there is essentially infinitely customizable. The app itself is pretty smooth. Its UI could be neatened up a little bit, but if you're someone who really likes to customize things, I think the app UI is really good, and you can adjust absolutely everything. There's many different ride modes, just like you get on Garmin's. You can
kind of customize all the different ride modes. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't fault the head unit that much. If there's one thing I would say, my fault probably, I scratched the screen a little bit and I should have used the kind of screen protector. Whether, you know, you should need a screen protector on a bike device that's, you know, going to be ridden outdoors, I don't know. But it doesn't obviously affect the screen because it's not touchscreen, it's got physical buttons. I much prefer that because it's winter, it's, you know, wearing gloves, you've got cold fingers, the screen gets wet. My experience of the touchscreen head units is that in winter they're just a bit annoying, so physical buttons on the side is much preferred for me. And yeah, apart from that, I can't really fault this device. The bayonet fitting on the back is really tight in terms of its tolerance, so it's pretty stiff on the mount. Obviously that's going to loosen up over time with wear, but it's good to see that's really tight on the mounts, you know, out of the box. And the only mounts you get, like I said, are the kind of band-on O-ring mounts, but it'll fit on any out front mount, same as a Garmin. The bayonet is positioned like a Garmin, not a Wahoo, so if you've got a Wahoo you need to flip it 90 degrees, I think. But yeah, apart from that, really think for the money you couldn't really want anything else unless you're doing really serious bike touring and you need some better navigation. But the navigation on this is pretty good if you've got a GPX. I don't think it does rerouting at the moment, which might be a game stopper for some people, but if you get into that much of a pickle, I think having a map on your phone or a printed map is a good idea. But if you're just following a GPX, it's perfect, and for the price, can't fault it. Now going back to the data screen thing, if anything, I would say the default ride mode, so this is the road default ride mode where you've got kind of auto pause on, auto start on, that kind of thing. There's just too many data screens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if you're flicking through the data screens and you just want power or like lap time or something, get rid of some of them. I think it's just too many, it's too complex. I mean, look at that one. So for me, I'd go ahead and kill a lot of these screens. I'm not going to do that yet because I want to customize them a bit before I start killing them off.
And I just think for the price, it's really good if you don't need the kind of really top level features that the Garmin stuff bring you. I really like it. So I'll leave all the links in the description below, and cheers, see you in the next one.